Alright guys, welcome in. Greetings, friend. Back into Outward. We're in New Sirocco. And we just slept in a luxury tent, got our little campsite set up. We're gonna set out, but before we set out, I wanna take... Where's Mefino's? You gotta be kidding me. Okay. Mefino's, I think, is on the ground in Monsoon. Mefino's is on the ground in Monsoon. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Let's take the preservation bag. Let's do something with it. What we're gonna do with the preservation bag is we're gonna drop it. We're gonna open it up. We're gonna place a few things in it. Able root. Place the fish in there. Beetles. Funnel beetles. Basically putting some food in here. I can't believe I left Mefino's in Monsoon. Yep, I needed to load everything in the stash before I headed out. It just didn't happen. That's a big oversight. Do we have any mana stones? We don't. I was thinking for making varnishes, so. Salt? We don't need salt right now. The Spirit of Monsoon scroll we can put back. Let's just keep one of the panaceas in there. Again, just lightening the load. I don't know why I have oil. I usually keep some oil for lanterns. I got coil lantern though. Coil lantern is ruling my life. Can't build these workshops until I've got a house up and running. There we go. The bag is feeling much better. I think I want to start lining the streets with gems. So actually, let's see. I'm gonna just start lining the streets. Just kind of display my wealth in front of all the unfortunate villagers. This is kind of weird. Not really sure what's happening with this. I'm just kind of doing it. We can work the details out on this later. Basically, I want to create a huge pile. Just gems everywhere. Palladium? No, let's see. Let's drop them kind of alternating between the types of gems to give it a different, you know, nice colorful aesthetic. Gems are kind of falling, yes. That's what we want to see. We want to be swimming in gemstones every time we return to the settlement. It's kind of like what I want. It's a pyramid. I kind of want that pyramid to fall, actually. It's like, have you ever seen those stone stacking situations, like if you go on a hike or something? That's what I do. I'm a stone stacker. Nice, couple of good stacks going right there. Does the palladium look shiny when I drop it? No, it doesn't. It looks more like just a plain rock. I'm gonna pick it up. I don't want to tarnish the appearance. The giant heart garnet looks like a black stone. Interesting. I'm gonna actually pick that up. The black onyx looking stone doesn't really belong. Okay, our gem collection has begun. And now we're in Sirocco. Okay, our houses... Wait, where'd our sleep buff go? Our sleep buff's gone? $744. How's our weapon? Weapon needs a little bit of a repair. Okay. The tourmaline looks like a big chunk of watermelon. Kind of an interesting look there. All right. Marshmallow tartine with the marathon pot. Let's hit the road, folks. I think I want to hit up steam bath tunnels. It's a good dungeon to loot. Collect all the samples we can get from in there. So yeah, this is our life now. I'm running around collecting samples. So we'll do this for about the next, 15, 20 episodes. Not that long. Not that bad. Honestly, it's kind of therapeutic. I kind of like it. You know, we go to our little familiar spots, trying to find some minerals. Dun 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 dun. Smoke root, in hopes of finding a new beetle. You know, different species of beetles here in the Caldera. That's honestly one of the top 5 most anticipated features that I'm looking forward to in Outward 2. Is the new species of beetles that they come up with. That time we got an ochre spice beetle, huh? I want to say that's a little bit rare here in the Caldi. Maybe not top 5 anticipated features is the new beetles, maybe top most anticipated feature. Another gem to add to the gemstone pile. The gemstone pile is going to become huge by the end of this. That's going to be one of the big things I want to keep my eye on, the gemstone pile back at base camp. Start gathering Ambrain. We're going to be toking up on that soon. It's only a matter of time before we fall into complete degeneracy addiction. Dun 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 dun. Okay. Here we go. Let's go nuts on some ash giants. Let's go spiritual varnish. Sure. Let's get spiritual with the giants here. The giants are pretty spiritual, you know. They're into the Duskweaver, Dawn, Father, whatever it is. Let's get some alertness built. Okay, you gonna come at me? You love that running attack? Good. Get countered. Oh. Get dropped. Not gonna take the palladium because it doesn't look shiny when I drop it on the floor. This boy. Oh, that boy's tough. Missed him with that. Come on now. What are you gonna do? You gonna do sweeping attack? Get him with the push kick, come on. Mana push doesn't work. Got a hexastone. Not really gonna worry about loot at this point. I'm gonna go ahead and make use of my varnish. You know, my skills are taking an awful long time to come back. Even though I've got 4 alertness stacks. It's concerning. Get him staggered. Get out of there. Dude, you've gotta have an ability. You gotta have a better ability to reach with the Star Child. Good. Good. Gonna get counterstruck. That's kind of a fun thing for you to get. Counterstruck. More shiny gems. I took the palladium, that's a mistake. Pocket full. Just use that. Put some life potions in the bag. That's all the ash giants, right? Yeah, I believe so. Forged glass chakram. Astral dagger recipe. Forged glass weapons. They look insane. I love them. They look real good. The only problem is there's no elemental damage associated. Which, I am a fan of the elemental damage weapons, gotta be honest. Unless you're going full... On that one hardcore character I did full physical damage with Iron Spear Enchanted. Unsuspected Strength, I think it's called. That's powerful. Hey, new species of beetle. The funnel. Just drink the endurance pot. Take the stealth pot. I can make use of the stealth pot. Gotta keep my eyes open for the samples. I gotta say I haven't seen any yet. But I didn't really study any of these guys in depth. Not these guys. I didn't really study the areas in depth. I was really worried about rushing. Cooked tor crab egg. Maybe I can use that for punji. I was rushing the enemies to try to get the most out of my varnish. So I didn't quite look everywhere. I'm talking about for sample location. Obsidian halby, I already know it. Table root, it's big. Shimmer pot, read that. Tor crab jerky, it's a little enhanced. That's jerky enhanced. Basically, tor crab jerky. Tor crab jerky is to regular jerky what outward 2 will be to outward. Okay, just an enhanced version. Same thing, but enhanced. Cool rainbow jam. I'm gonna really lean into the Caldera dietary plan. My character's been reading up a lot on the Caldera and its different culinary creations, and so I'm ready to really dive into that. I'm not gonna shy away from it, including the dietary supplements, the Ambrain. We're gonna spiral into deep addiction. It's gonna be rough. But hey, when in the Caldera, no samples, I'm concerned. The level of concern is raising to great heights. Go decay varnish for some, I believe there's Cali Grays in here. We're raged up. Couldn't quite stagger him with a push kick on the rage. Take the Cali Gray hair. It's used in certain crafting ingredients that I like, I think. Full on front flip off the ledge. Wow, I'm gonna stagger that guy. Come on, dude. Arcane Elemental almost took me out, to be honest. Discipline pot. Pick the gem. Weather defense, I don't really care about it. We've got good weather defense. Starchild still has decay varnish in it. Still has decay varnish applied. Come on. Good. How is he not staggered with that? He finally... That was weird. His stability bar clearly dropped below 50%. Clearly. Like there couldn't... I don't think there's ever been anything more clear in the history of the world, video games or otherwise. It clearly dropped below 50%. Let's go full. Let's lean heavily into lightning damage here. Stealth pot. Oh, let's go shimmer pot too. In fact, let's use golem elixir as well. What are we up to now? 78 and 29. 107 damage. Huh. It'd be nice to separate those guys, but I guess it's not gonna happen. Come on, dude. This guy's tough. Come on. Ugh. Get him pained up. Get him confused with the pommel. Get pommeled. Get pommeled and then get dropped. And then get countered. You want to get counterstruck? It's fun to get countered. You didn't get counterstruck. How did you not get counterstruck? That was amazing. That was almost a quintessential display of overconfidence and speaking too soon. My hand let go of the mouse. Oh man, I got crazy for a second. Gather the Ambrain, get ready, stock it up. That rainy day is gonna come. You're gonna be kind of lazy, unmotivated. Okay, fossilized greataxe. The greataxe. The Caldera guitar. The guitar. Is that like a Mirm claw on the handle there? It's kind of cool. This Caldera axe seems like an instrument. The fossilized bones are cracked. Perhaps it could be repaired with some kind of Caldera magic? That's part of the Caldera weapons that need to be awakened, if you're not familiar. Provides the cool boon? Curing indigestion and Mika fever. Iced tea cures Mika fever. There it is. That was something that I was wondering about. Iced tea cures it. Which I didn't have access to. I can't light that campfire? Slayer's Helm, read it. I kind of want to take the Caldera Bone Cage. It grants healing over time and improved physical strength. Still no samples. Huh. Am I blind? The samples usually stick out pretty clearly. There's either no samples or I'm just overlooking it. Get some Torgrab jerky in the system. Miasma pods. Take those for the punji. The militia weapons, what's my bag look like? I guess I'll start taking the militia weapons. You can sell them for a pretty penny. A pretty penny? I don't know. Not very much. 100 and something maybe. Boom, there it is. Unidentified ore vein. Cold stones for... You know, cold stones are for hail frost weapons. I think I want to dip into that. Get my hail frost greatsword. I had thoughts of maybe trying to assemble every greatsword in the game as you know, for this character, since he's a two-handed sword user. But I don't know, it's a little much maybe. I mean, it's fine, it's totally doable, it's just, I mean, why? Have ability to stagger. I thought mana push would stagger, it didn't. Man, having no ability to stagger with that first kick really causes issues. And rage would really help. Brace will always cause stagger. Get countered. Get counterstruck. Wow, another forged glass weapon. This is big time. Able T. There it is, burnt health, burnt stamina, boom, gone, just like that. Again, Outward 2, I'm looking forward to the different Ts. What are we going to be able to craft? What are going to be the most OP Ts? That's rancid water. Huh. Doesn't look that bad. Again, just kind of looking for samples a little bit here. But that's fine, don't think we got any. I mean, we got one. We got the ore sample. It's cool. Be proud of it. Don't, you know. It's okay to appreciate that little ore sample. Don't downplay it. Okay, steam bath tunnels. Everything is decimated within it. Got a couple of forged glass weapons. That's 1,400 silver right there, basically. Wow, a sample was hiding. Unidentified roots. Plant sample. The plant sample was added. So now we run into issues. Bag is overweight. Let's get rid of the militia weapons. That's what we do when bag is overweight. Let's get rid of the chalcedony. Why is that in there? The Caligray bone cage is a big weight and causing a big weight issue, but we're gonna leave it in there because we can use that to craft. In fact, we can use that to craft some of the totems, totemic lodges. Oh, if I had predator bones and the chalcedony back, I could craft that. The ice totemic. What are the other totemics that I learned? I learned the fire totemic. Is that all I've learned so far? Ice and fire totemic lodges. Let's get some mana going. Huh. I don't know what's gonna get mana going. I guess crystal powder. It doesn't really get mana going, it just restores it, kind of like a life potion. I don't know why it's a life potion. I mean, an astral potion. Okay. So there's the steam bath tunnels. There's also, isn't there like another cavern up here? I feel like I want to go to another cavern. Maybe take home one more sample. Experience night in the Caldera. Dun 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 dun. There's the Vigil Crystal. Gep's Blade, I think, is sometimes in this location. Usually when you see that skeleton right there, that's an indicator that it may be a Gep's Blade sighting. I think it's known as Mysterious Blade when you first find it. Can I drop down there? I can't even see. Scared. It's a little bit frightening. I can't see if that's a gentle enough slope for me to just drop down. I'll play it safe. Rich iron ore, that may yield some gemstones. 2 gems. It thought I meant 2 gravel beetles. I do love the gravel beetles, but they're not really highly coveted at this point. Okay, yeah, oily cavern. Here it is. Hopefully there's a sample within this tunnel right here. I think there might be enemies, at least a couple. Having that rage is so important for the one kick stagger on enemies, on mid-level enemies like Caligrays. Although maybe without shamanic resonance, maybe it's not a one kick stagger. Or crab jerky. cooking pot. That's so big. That's the biggest find I've ever found. That's a lot bigger than finding the rare mineral sample. I almost glazed over it too and didn't even grab it. Well, you go one hit. You don't go one kick stagger, even with rage. Dude, this guy's... Why are you tough? Like you're resilient. How much damage am I doing? Not very much. I guess I'm just base... I'm just base weapon plus Spirit of Monsoon and Lightmender's Bag. It actually doesn't add that much. Whoa. There he is. Whoops. Wow. Somehow got brace off. Good. Get pommeled. Get dropped. Get ended. Get mana pushed. That did stagger you. Because mana push is a little bit OP. Get swept. Ah! Come on now. Get swept kicked. Get swept off your feet. Unidentified ore sample. That's a huge find. Frosted Maze. Eat it. What's it gonna give me? Weather defense. Greasy tea helps with Ambrain withdrawal. Again, that's gonna be a big part of my diet. Cali gray hairs are kind of good money for not a lot of weight. Whoa, there's a full Miriam down here. Crazy. Another sample. This place delivered. Let's drop a Cali gray tent. Bag's still overweight. Wow. Let's drop a sample. Let's go spiritual varnish. I'm raged up. Am I disciplined up? I am, I guess. Good. I've got Counter-Strike ready. Oh, pommel that. You wanna get counter-struck? It's fun. See? It's fun, wasn't it? What? He hit me when he was getting up? What? Honestly, some weird things are happening in this episode. He inflicted damage when he was getting up. Interact. Lines of glowing white, yellow, and magenta energy spiral through the fossils of the Caligrate altar, humming a repeating melody. If you had some ambient power yourself, something that could mimic the melody it emits, perhaps you could use this for something. Glowing white, yellow, and magenta. What is this? Some sort of boon thing, right? White, yellow, and magenta. Magenta would be mist, I guess. Wait, magenta's red. So if I raged up, is discipline white? Discipline's white, I think. White, yellow. Yellow is blessed boon. Why would that be the boon to use? Again, I don't even know if it's boons. I think it's boons. Like... what does this do? Okay, let's rage up. Alpha sandwich. So now we have all those boons. I was raged, disciplined, I have discipline potion? I don't. Oh. You play the fossilized greataxe trying to match the pattern. With a shudder, you feel the weapon tap into your boons and draw their power into itself. So I didn't have discipline boon going. A moment later, the Caldera magic has restored the greataxe to perfection. Nice. Ooh, I like the sound effect it gives. Grind, 55 damage, 50 impact. It's got lightning. It's got lightning damage associated. Maybe the magenta was for the ethereal boon, mist boon. Minus 15 decay resistance. An unorthodox Caldera instrument used by a great warrior reduces your decay resistance. Oh, I remembered it's good to gather from the oil because you can get that chrysocolla beetle. Which is used in, I think, the marathon pot for movement speed. There it is. Chrysocolla. Bag's gonna get pretty overweight here. Forged glass greataxe? That's a greataxe? So I don't love the way that greataxe looks. I feel like that could have been a little bit more elaborate for the forged glass set. Unidentified mole pig sample. This is where it would help to have Mefinos. It's back in monsoon. So what does Lightmander's hold? 75. So maybe I need to roll with Zorn's backpack. You know what I'm saying? Get some movement speed going. Try to mitigate some of that overweight feeling there. Really successful though as far as sample collection. Got a couple ore samples, what do we have? A couple ores, a plant, and a mole pig, 4 specimens. Wow, wait, a 5th specimen? I can't pass it up. Oh, man. Not the Caldera unless you're moving like this. Dude, the Mefino's mistake. Cost me dearly. There's another sample down there. What can I do here? I can empty that water skin. I can drop the maze. I can drop some bandages. I noticed the other sample by that little orange glow. Sample hunting at night can be kind of effective. Because I wouldn't have been able to spot that during the day. Mining pick broke. Do I drop the mining pick? I gotta keep the mining pick, I think. Hmm. 5 samples. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 samples in one run. I feel like that's unheard of. If I drop the mining pick and the harpoon, what does that do? I can't really do that. Drop the elemental immunities. Drop that potion. Drop the great life. Drop the weather defense and the survivor. Drop the stealth, no one cares. Drop the bitter spicy and the mineral, because now we have able. Drop the soothing tea. Cold stones. Drop all the oils. Drop the cold stones, yeah. Cali gray hair. 3 units of weight right there. The bone cage. I mean, the bone cage, I know I'm gonna get the bone cage elsewhere. Drop the ragu. Eat the diadem there. For movement speed. How do we look? We look good. We're fine, we're fine. Let's roll with it. Man, to return there with 6 samples. Now I actually don't. I hope we don't find another sample. Dun dun dun. Dun 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 dun. I want to say the unusual knuckles are down in there, like the Tokobaka seat. But we're not going to broach that at this time. We're just going to get to town. We're going to start rolling with our biggest bag, Zorn's backpack. The lightning damage from light menders is... the buff is really just not that great. It's 5%, which only ends up being like adds like 2 points of damage to my lightning. Honestly, it should be more significant. Like, you gotta make me care about it. Kind of looking for a screenshot there. We found a cooking pot. That's a big thing. We can start cooking. Another thing that I forgot to throw in the stash. It never fails. You go to Caldera and you forgot something. You're unprepared in some way. You know, I was all stoked to get Mefinos at the beginning of this playthrough because I knew we'd need it for Caldera. And here we are in the Caldera. Mefinos is nowhere to be found. Mefino's is just there on the floor in Monsoon, just filled with all kinds of incense, I think. Hey, look, our gem pile. One of our stone piles fell, I think. Some of the village came over and knocked it over. We got some more gems to add to the pile. Boom. A rube, an emerald. Okay, the pile builds. Let's go sell some things, I think, to... Well, we can store things like the Caligray bone cage. We'll store grind. We'll keep the unique stuff. Like grind. Store the hairs. Use that in crafting. I think we'll store the samples for now. Until we have needs. Sometimes, you know, let's say... Let me think, I got mana stones now. Let's say you've got 490 food out of 500, you have 500 capacity, and you turn in a mole pig sample and it turns out to be just 500 food. Well, it's kind of a waste. It only ends up being 10 food added to your inventory for the settlement. So if you're gonna turn in samples that could end up being stones, timber, or food, you should wait till those resources are down a little bit, kind of a little bit low. That makes sense? Because if it does end up being food, you want to be like, okay, cool, I was pretty low on food. I was either gonna have to purchase food, or the mole pigs are gonna have to come through for us. How much Gabriel wine do I have? 3? Okay, so let's put 4 mana stones in there. Let's take 3 firefly powders. That way we can craft the 3 bolt varnishes from that. Palladium, giant hearts. Cool. Here. We can throw more miasma pods. What else? Chrysocolla beetles. Tor crab eggs. Funnel beetles.
So, what's on the agenda?
What's on the agenda? I want to buy something. So we can go ahead and purchase both of those forged glass weapons.
How can I help you?
Buy resources for the settlement. Give them all the funds.
How can I help you?
So let's actually give some mole pigs, because we've got 50 out of 500. So I want to say the mole pigs give 500 food if they end up being just food.
Oi, over here.
I've got some samples for you.
Now, what critters did you scrounge? Excellent.
Digested mana stone and petrified organs. Okay, the literal mole pig seems to have swallowed some mana stones. Animals will be inedible, but digested mana stone makes for a very useful oil.
Excellent.
Seems like a gargoyle got to those mole pigs. Some of their organs are petrified. We can't eat them, but these stone organs will come in handy. They will?
Here's
What?
what we need.
Ow.
Get it done.
I love how petrified organs allows us to build a certain building. What are our timber and stone looking like?
So there you are.
So, what's on the agenda?
Okay, they're low too. So let's turn in some of these.
So let's see about those mineral samples. Excellent.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. 80 stone. Bunch of clay and gravel here. Excellent building material. Not much else of note.
So there's some plant samples to look. Excellent.
80 timber and flash moss.
We owe you one.
The samples you brought back hint that there's a huge root network in that area. Several trees worth, I think.
Here's what we need. Get it done.
Push kick door in.
So, what's on the agenda today?
So our food's still kind of low. We use 0 per day though. So we're not consuming any food at this point.
So, what are we working on today?
Let's spend a week with construction.
We're grateful to you.
Spend 7 days, really? Yeah. I probably should have dropped my bag. I think things are gonna rot. You pass a week's time helping the workers build up the settlement and the days fly by. It drops my bag for me. A few days have passed. So let's go ahead to the houses. We'll start the second phase of construction there. Can't remember how long the second phase lasts. This is the second and final phase of the homes. Completed in 5 days. Okay. So in 5 days, I think we'll have completed houses, 3 of them. Then we can build our timber millwork area and our stonemason shop. What do we consume? Are we consuming?
So, what are we working on today?
So, what's on the agenda today?
We're still not consuming.
So, what are we working? We're grateful to
Spend a week. Coil lantern's almost burnt out. What are we gonna do about that? Add a power coil? Fueled by an advanced power coil, the lantern provides light for an extremely long time. The coil can be swapped for a new one when the light does run out. There it is. There it is. It's an easy fix, folks. We've got the power coils. We've been saving them for that unknown arena. Wait. There's 3 phases? Construction suspended, not enough food. I thought we weren't consuming food. Huh, maybe I glanced at that too quickly and overlooked it.
How can I help you?
There it is, minus 10 per day. Let's buy 200 food. Maybe that's what the mole pigs give you, 200 food. 500 food, that's kind of high. Okay, so does construction immediately start, or are they going to start next morning? Completed in 1 day. I should have tents everywhere, shouldn't I? Just little tents everywhere. Sleep and repair. Okay, we should have 3 houses. There it is. From the ashes been updated. At least 2 resource production buildings. Masons. Gotta really get as tight as we can. Not gonna fit the woodcutter. Huh. It's a no-go. Dun, dun, dun. So the woodcutter and the mason, the hunting lodge, you don't really have to visit these things ever within the game. So the key is to build them way out where you're, far away from the town center, because you want to leave the other buildings that you're going to interact with, you want to leave those up at the front. So that's why I built those 3 houses way back in that corner. Because the house is the same thing. You're not going to interact with them. I'm gonna build the other one right out here. We should have a spot. There it is. $1,250 funds. Completed in 10 days with that one. I don't know if I initiated construction on the other project. Kinda don't think I did. The old ruins. Some sort of a supply line there. Production chain. The magma flow underneath. If I remember correctly, there's not really enough room to build underneath there. Wow, funds are already dwindling. Completed in 10 days for phase 1.
How can I help you?
So food were minus 15 a day. 10 days, that's 150 food. I think I'm gonna buy a little bit more food maybe. Three housing.
So, what are we working on today?
The hunting lodge? I don't think... Do we need to build the hunting lodge? I want to hold off on the hunting lodge for now. We've got a digested mana stone. That's big for... I can build a food shop, which is super helpful. Brings in funds and food. All right, there it is. I think we'll, what are we gonna do? We're gonna skip time. Because my funds are still not dwindling, correct?
How can I help you?
0 per day.
So, what are we working? This is a relief.
Spend a week helping. So then it'll be 3 days. Three days until phase 1 is complete. Let's beautify the area a little bit. Yeah, a little camp starting to become a little paradise. Sleep in the plant tent. You know what I should do? I should repair my mining pick. And my harpoon. Oh. Now we're getting smart. And then, yeah, we'll do the harpoon. That'll be it. Everything will be repaired. Okay, now we should initiate phase 2 of those buildings. We should have the funds. Bum bum bum. What is it? One more day? Completed in a day. Takes 10 timber and 25 stone to do the mason's workshop. Okay, completed in 5 days. I have a feeling we're gonna need some more resources to get phase 2 going on the other building. Might as well buy them now.
How can I help you?
Buy stones. I'm gonna buy 15 stones. I think I probably need 25 timber. Buy food, a little bit more. Oof. Almost down to 0 money. Crazy. Soroborian made it. Greetings, friend.
Can I help you?
Oh. No greetings, friend. Diamond dust and petrified organs is all 27 silver. Should be like 350 minimum. Boom. Construction starts next morning. 5 days. And I don't think that's... I don't think that is... I don't think there's a third phase. I think in 5 days they're going to be completed.
So, what are we working on today?
Spend a week helping. Dun, 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 dun. From the ashes, log's been updated. We got it built. Speak with Dorian about preventing workers from abandoning the settlement.
Ah, there you are. We've got the essentials for construction set up, but we've hit a serious snag.
It's about ambrain herbs.
Our workers are going into ambrain withdrawal. Our scouts and hunters can't gather enough for everyone just by foraging.
Some of our people have set up an improvised growing operation just over the hill, but the terrain is understandably rather sterile.
We need a fertilizer. Something to give our ambrain crops enough nutrition to survive until our first real harvest.
If not, many of our people are planning to abandon the settlement and try to seek permanent refuge in Monsoon. Oh, can you get Mefino's bag if anyone goes there? Bring it back to me, please. I'd pay you handsomely. All 8 gold bars I have in my bag. They'd abandon the settlement because they can't get enough of that herb? Why?
I don't like the look of this.
Ambrain's been part of our culture in Sirocco since long before the Scourge. It helps regulate body heat and protects the lungs against the ash and soot in the air. We've depended on it in order to survive our work for generations.
Unfortunately, ceasing to smoke it comes with awful side effects. The nobles knew, of course.
That's why almost none of them smoked it. By controlling the supply, they use its addictive nature to control us, to keep us in our place.
If we don't solve this problem, we stand to lose a considerable amount of manpower.
Our construction operations would slow down significantly if so many people left. That fertilizer is now priority 1, Claymore. A fertilizer, huh? Sounds like you have an idea of what would work.
I entrust this task to you.
I need you to find a freshly laid Myrmitar egg in the hives near the coast, and then take it to the sulfuric caverns. A scout said he'd found a bluish pool of sulfur in there. A fertile Medease must have died in it, releasing a ton of nutrients.
Here's what you need to know.
Sink the Myrmitar egg into it for a few minutes, and the stuff inside the egg should become exceptionally good fertilizer. One just good enough to get that first ambrain harvest in and ensure the farms are off to a good start. I'll be back with it as soon as I can. Hold tight until then. Okay.
So, what's on the agenda?
So now our funds, we're consuming 50 per day. So we're bleeding funds, we're bleeding food. We're gaining food, timber and stones. That's fine. Zorn's bag. For the weight. An extra 10 units of weight added. What's... Okay, glowstone's only 75. Now let's go dust bag. Because when in the Caldera. Dust bag is 80 units of weight, so it's not quite Zorn's capacity, but it's close. But it provides 5 barrier. Pretty cool. And I love the look of it too, so we're good there. What's our water situation? We need some. Empty. Come on now. Okay, we got clean water. Let's drop our organs. Drop all our unique ingredients. I'm scared to put them on just put them in the stash. Don't want anything weird to happen. I'm pretty confident nothing weird would happen, but I've heard too many stories. Okay. Let's get a power coil just in case we run out with our coil lantern while we're on the go. Or should I just refresh it now? Let's get real with it. Coil lantern added. Yeah, there we go. Better. Just deal with it now, get it done. One hour of sleep in the luxury tent. Living the life of luxury. Piles of gems outside. Plant tents shading the area. I'm gonna get some totemic lodges set up right here. It's gonna look very inviting. That's the goal. Alright guys, that'll be it for this one. We'll see you on the next one. We got some work done on the city this episode. Spent a lot of time just skipping days helping the city build. So our funds got drained pretty quickly. But next time we'll head to the Miram caverns, see if we can get that fertilized Medice egg. Or see if we can get the fertilized Miram egg, put it in the Medice cavern in the sulfuric caverns. I kind of don't know what I said. I tried to... We're going to do the quest next time is basically what I'm trying to say. We're trying to get fertilizer for the Ambrain to grow strong and healthy for the villagers so we can stay rooted in our deep addiction to the drug so that the city can survive. The city must survive. All right, guys, thanks for being here. See you on the next one. Bye.